Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon and Ash. Today, we're going to experience a little Angel's Envy. Just released this last month.
Yes,
Triple Oak.
Yep. This is one of Owen's primary selection that he's doing. Super excited.
Yeah, so Martin Owen is the distiller at Angel's Envy. He's been there since 2022, so about 2 years.
2023.
So just this last year.
Yeah, this last year.
Okay.
Because when we were up in Stranahan's, he had just left like a few months prior.
Okay, so he's brand new master distiller. This is his first selection to be kind of a unique experience for Angel's Envy. It's the triple cask, which for all you at home is basically it's Angel's Envy's version of taking their 6-year bourbon, 5 to 6 year bourbon,
right.
And instead of putting it in a port barrel, they're putting it in 3 different casks. They're aging it for an extended of 6 months in their Hungarian oak, their Chipican, and then again for 3 months in the French oak. Now once those sit in those barrels, then they're going to take those and blend that together to become the triple oak. And I believe this is at 92%.
It is. Yes, okay. 92% proof.
MSRP on this bottle?
It is $74.99.
Okay, so $74.99, you can buy it. And this is now readily available in the United States?
It is, and in Kansas at least. I don't know about the US, but in Kansas it is. It just got released here this week.
I'm excited about this. This is, of course, Angel's Envy. I don't know that there's anything that they produce that I don't like. I should say that their cask strength I'm not a fan of. That was unique in the sense of not being finished, the very first finish,
it just wasn't
not finished.
Their signature taste.
Yeah.
We're used to the finish.
Exactly. Yeah, so that
was
was
within their profile.
It is not. It threw me off a little bit, and maybe because of that being so dramatically different, it could be a good bourbon. It's not part of the Angel's Envy family that I'm accustomed to having. Right. But again, it's 6 months post the 5-6 years in their regular standard barrels. Mm-hmm. It's going to be 6 months in the Hungarian oak, which I don't know if you guys know, it's actually not from the country of Hungary. It's a European oak, a species of oak, and that's found only in Europe and especially in Turkey. Oh, and then, of course, the 6 months in the Chinkapin oak. And that is also just another variation of white oak, and that's found in the United States. And then, of course, French oak, that's obviously in France.
And then they take it and blend it together to get this.
Yeah, but the French oak, they only let it sit in there for 3 months. The other two oaks,
the smallest
it's
percentage
6 months.
of the blend.
Yeah. All right, so everybody at home, we appreciate you taking the time to watch our video. We appreciate your support. So here's to you.
Adiós, tu familia y tus amigos. Salud.
Salud. So I get the signature Angel's Envy
sweetness.
Yes. on the note. Immediately.
And oaky.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely the oak.
It's very woody.
A little bit of
I get a little bit of the orange zest. I get a little orange zest.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of the. You get the classic butterscotch, vanilla. Sweet. Yes. I like it. It's almost, I don't know. I get mint. I do get some mint, there at the end.
Yeah, that's definitely oaky.
Is
that a word, oaky? Oaky,
it is now.
It is now.
It is. The BNA has the oaky.
BNA owns the oaky.
Put it in the dictionary.
Yes, oaky. It's very woodsy. Yeah. It does not have as much of that sweetness that I'm accustomed to. That was really kind of cool that it was on the nose, though.
Right.
This is a little warm.
It's got some spice to it.
It does have spice, absolutely.
Which is what comes from the French oak. They say that's what gives it its
I get a little bit of, it's weird, and with that zest, I get a little bit of that peach aftertaste. It's got a little bit of a
pepper. For sure, like a spice
It
on the
does
back.
have some heat.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
warm.
if that's the pepper or
I
what.
got the Kentucky hug.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
On this
It definitely get the hug.
immediately. Even on my third sip now, I'm still getting that. Nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's not a spicy heat.
No.
It's just warm.
It's just warm, yeah.
Yeah.
It does have the baking spice
Yeah.
at the end, though,
Yes.
with that warmth.
Yes.
No,
I agree.
Not a cinnamon or pepper spice.
It's very good.
It is. It is very good.
It does have a great finish. It lingers. I didn't get much of that Kentucky hug that you guys were talking about.
Really.
Yeah.
Mine didn't go all the way down.
It was just
It
right
kind of-
here.
yeah.
I did
Yeah.
get a little bit in the
Mine's
mouth.
like
Right here on the
Right
upper
here.
chest.
Yeah,
right
okay.
there.
Mine didn't
Okay.
go much farther.
Yeah, the first 2 or 3 drinks, and maybe we didn't warm up our palates enough, Trisha. Maybe these guys were drinking.
You
a little
guys
game
should have
we
been
didn't know
drinking
about.
this before.
Us professionals have to start early in the
Yeah.
morning.
Pre-gaming.
You can't say
Yeah.
you drank all day unless you start.
That's
Right.
right. You see? That's how we do it.
No, this is really good. I'm happy with it. Obviously I've seen it, read about it. We just happened to be at the distillery. We bought a few bottles, and then of course now they've released it, and we were able to
Kansas.
get it
Yes.
in your guys'
And
Paramount Wine and Spirits.
Yep.
So no, I'm happy. I'm a big Angels Envy fan. At 75 MSRP, I guess because it's a triple oak and it's going through a little bit of a longer process. I understand, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. I'm happier that it's not $100 like
Absolutely.
some
I
of your
agree.
other products. So
It's definitely a good price for it.
no, and that's what I mean. I think 75 is reasonable because, again, it's not like they're taking it from one barrel and then finishing it in a single port barrel. It's going through 3 various, different stages.
3 different
of barreling,
barrels.
Then they're blending it. So I get that. So I'm glad that it's at 75 and not closer to that $100 that we've seen it
Yeah.
come to on double oaks,
Yeah.
but on triple.
Absolutely.
So I've had enough. I'll begin the B&A rating. Everybody who doesn't know what the B&A rating, obviously it's the bourbon and ash rating between 1 and 10. 10, of course, being the best rating you can get. I think there's only one person on the panel here that's
Gives those 10s
10s
out
like it's free money, like it's Biden money. Again, 1 being the worst. I don't know that we've ever been lower than a 5.
No.
So I'm
recollection.
glad you bring that up. So one of the things that I think for me, yes, 0 being the worst and 5, but I feel like a 5 for me is more of a neutral ground. So I kind of like the fact that if we get down to a 5, it's like, it's a neutral. Like it's low, but I don't think that it deserves.
Which means it's probably a good mixer,
yes,
not a sipper.
yes.
For example, we did do the Willet small batch, and I think everybody here was in agreement that it was like a 5, 5.5, or 6.
Yeah.
But again, is it the worst bourbon in the world? No, absolutely not. But according to everything that we're reviewing, I mean, absolutely not. It's not going to make. And every one of us is different. We all happen to agree on some of these specifically.
Sure, absolutely.
But yeah, 5 is not the bad. If there was one that we haven't had it yet, we won't hesitate to give it a 0.
No.
We haven't gone there yet, so
No.
we'll
No.
maybe throw up some fireworks when maybe we find
Right.
that does throw up a 0.
We've been very particular though.
Yeah, right. So again, go ahead and say based on MSRP, color, nose, palate, finish, I'm going to be probably a good 8 here.
Okay.
nice.
All right. Awesome, man. All right. How about you, ladies?
Would like me to go?
Yeah.
I was actually going to give it an 8 as well. Because I think, excuse me, I think that the triple oaked, I thought was a really neat thing for the process for them to put it. I think they nailed it with the oakiness.
Nice. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna go a 9.
Ooh.
I know it has a wonderful smell to it. The palate with its oaky, sweet, and little bit of spicy finish. It has so much going for it and it's just so easy to sip. So,
Real quickly, not to interrupt. So I gave us an 8. She gave it a 9.
no, I get it.
She gave it an 8. She gave it a 9. I think it's definitely a neat drink. But man alive, being through the process and the chemistry lab that we just went through.
Oh, yeah.
If we take a couple of those dabs of water or even just a small little ice cube.
Yeah. It could change
man,
it up.
That would change it
It
a
would
lot.
change it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, just based on maybe being a little bit colder, what that would even bring to the table.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because this is so warm, just on my throat.
This is definitely, again, So now we're rolling into the fall, right? Here we come. Rolling into October, November. For me, that's like prime time bourbon season. So to go with my B&A scoring, I would have to be on a 9 and on three things. Number one, the color is amazing. I love that dark amber. It has a beautiful dark amber. The finish was fantastic, and the third would be on the oaky. So one of the things that it brought back it jogged my memory on the double oak from Woodford, which is really difficult to get, and you cannot experience that unless you go or you know somebody who bought a 375 and brought it back. We had the opportunity to experience it because we were at the distillery and we went to their tasting room, and it brought back some memories. It was like, whoa, this is really oaky, like you guys said. If you don't have the opportunity of getting the double oak, right here, this is fantastic. So
there you go. We got 2 9s and 2 8s. If you guys are liking our content, please remember, hit that like and that subscribe. Leave comments, and as always, please drink responsibly.